There are instances where a husband acquires a property, but while buying the property, he inserts his wife's name, which means that the property is being owned by himself and the wife. And sometimes the wife would not contribute a dime to this property. So I know what comes to people's mind is that they would think that since it's only the man that contributed the money to the property, the money belongs to him, the property belongs to him. No, that's not true. It's jointly owned between the husband and the wife. And for the wife to and the wife can choose to sell her own portion of that property at any time, since because it's a joint ownership. Now let me give you an instance. A particular case that came up some time ago, the husband bought a property, and when he was obtaining the CFO, in the course of buying the property, he put his wife's name along with his name. So at the time, marriage went bad and everybody went their separate ways. So the man wanted to remove the wife's name from the CFO. He applied to the land bureau, the land registry, but they refused. He took the matter to court. The court held that the wife and the husband are both joint owners of that property. It doesn't matter whether the wife contributed a dime or not. So, provided that the husband have inserted the wife's name as co-owner of that property, it is seen as they are both joint owners, and as such, he cannot remove the wife's name from the property, which means that the property is being co-owned by the wife and the husband. Since the husband and the wife wants to go their separate ways, they can decide to partition the property, like share the property, partition. One party can sell his own interest out to a third party. All right. And when this is done, a deed of release is executed to evidence this partitioning. All right. By the Partitioning Act of 1886, it is stated that it empowers the judges to partition a property between couples. All right. However, the Partitioning Act of 1876 came into force, and then by virtue of this Partitioning Act, it equally empowers the judges to order a sale where he or she thinks that the partitioning would not be possible. Okay. Now we equally have the another law that governs this whole thing, and that law is the Property Conveyancing Law, which is applicable to the old Oyo Empire. And by virtue of section 28 of this law, it empowers the judge to order a sale or do or act as he deems fit with respect to a particular property. Okay, so all these are the laws that guides the partitioning of property in Nigeria. Okay, so finally we have the doctrine of collateral purchase. Okay, the doctrine of collateral purchase. So what this means is that rather than the courts to order the sale of a particular property, the couple or either of the parties can, if they can prove to the court that there is a collateral purpose for this property, like there is something of value that they want to do with this property, the court will just tell the party with who has more interest in the property to pay off the other party. Okay, let's say for instance, let me give you an illustration. A husband and wife acquires a property together. Okay, maybe for a particular purpose. It could be for the benefit of the children, and then ordinarily the divorce came up. The parties want to go their separate ways. The husband and the wife want to go their separate ways, and one of the parties, probably the wife, is seeking for a sale of that property so that she can have her monetary compensation from the property. And then the husband is trying to convince the court that there's a collateral interest in this property, that he wants to use this property for the benefit of the children. The court can decide to tell the husband to pay off the wife. Okay, to pay off the wife and keep the property for himself. That's what we term as refer to as the doctrine of collateral purpose. All right. Now, before I end this class, I want to say something, to point out something. All right. There are sometimes that upon marriage, a husband and a wife may decide to share responsibility among themselves. Okay, maybe they are both earning salaries or they are both working. So one of the parties might as well focus more on maybe building the house, while the other one will focus more on using his or her own income to stock, to take care of the necessary things in the house like food and the rest. Let me put it simply: a husband and a wife, they got married. So the and the wife agreed that the husband's income would be channeled solely on maybe getting a house and building on it, while the wife's income will be channeled solely on taking care of the family, which includes provision, treatment, and so on and so forth. So, and eventually, as time goes on, the couples, they had a fracas and they divorce. Does it mean that would the wife get a part of that property, knowing fully well that she, though she didn't contribute directly, but she had to use her funds for the sake of the family, or have a share of that property? That's the question that readily comes to mind. And I want to see your answer in the comment section. This will tell me if you actually followed this video to the end. All right. So my name is Isaac Okeke. I'm a lawyer with a niche in property law, and I use my knowledge of property law to secure the interests of my clients. So if you like this video, kindly subscribe to my channel, like the video, and as well share to your friends and well wishers so they too can learn a thing or two from this post. And if there's anything you want me to talk about that I've not spoken about, kindly drop it on the comment section. See you when I see you again. Bye bye.